Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to the RBW Agricultural Farm Equipment Sales Morning Update here on the Missouri Sports Network. My name is Guy Newcomb, sitting inside Dateline, December 17th, 2024. December 17th is the 351st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. Only 14 days remain until the end of the year. On this date in 1777, the American Revolution, France formally recognizes the United States. In 1819, Simon Bolivar declares the independence of Gran Colombia and Angostura, now Ciudad Bolivar in Venezuela. Hence, the Bolivar Liberators. In 1862, in the American Civil War, General Ulysses S. Grant issues General Order Number 11, which expelled Jews from parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, and Kentucky. And in 1903, on this date, the Wright brothers will make the first control-powered, heavier-than-air flight in the Wright Flyer at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. In 1933, on this date in sports, in the National Football League Championship, the first title game played at Wrigley Field in Chicago. The Chicago Bears defeat the New York Giants 23-21. Bronco Nagurski's rule: it is the forward pass is legal anywhere behind the line of scrimmage. And in 1944, the NFL Championship Polo Grounds, New York City, Green Bay Packers beat the New York Giants 14-7 for the sixth and final league title under longtime head coach Curly Lambeau. And on this date, just 2 years ago in 2022, the Minnesota Vikings recovered from a 33-0 halftime deficit to defeat the Indianapolis Colts 39-36 in overtime at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the biggest comeback in NFL history. Today's birthdays include in 1935, Cal Ripken Sr. was born. And in 1964, Michelle Tafoya. 1971, longtime fullback in the NFL, Tony Richardson. And in 1978, Chase Utley. We'll come back and run through the girls' high school basketball scoreboard from last night after this holiday message from Tipton High School football.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Tipton Cardinals from Tipton, Missouri.
Class 1 state semifinalist football team wanting to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with friends and family this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
And a special thanks to Coach William Duke and the Tipton football team. We'll be hearing from more schools and programs from around the state, including the St. Pius X girls volleyball team, Kickapoo girls basketball, Blair Oaks high school football team, as they are the defending current Class 3 state champions. On the girls high school basketball scoreboard, presented by the Bank of Billings, Doak Propane, Bambino's Italian Cafe, Arrowhead Sports Cards, and Central Bank of the Ozarks. On the girls' side, it was Higbee over Bevier, 61-31. Staley defeats Blue Springs, 60-25. Brunswick over La Plata, 41-37. Bradleyville defeats Kabul, 51-18. It was Carl Junction over Neosho, 71-35. Delta defeats Cape Girardeau, 69-45. Again, these are girl scores from last night. Plattsburgh defeats Kansas City Central, 61-31. Warsaw over Cole Camp, 57-35. Cuba defeats Orchard Farm, 38-35. East Carter, 66. Holcomb, 48. Exeter over Lighthouse Senior High School, Christian High School, 52-40. Grundy County over Macon County, 57-16. Butler defeats Harrisonville, 52-38. St. Paul Lutheran over Herculaneum, 68-59. Was Prairie Home over Hermitage, 59-48. Lafayette out of St. Joe defeats Central out of St. Joe, 39-19. Lake County, Tennessee over Caruthersville, 57-13. Lee Summit West defeats Lee Summit 59-30. Lee Summit West 6-0 on the season. Odessa over Lexington 50-45. Liberty defeats Raymore Peculiar 48-33. Lincoln College Prep over Pembroke Hill 43-27. Was Manhattan Christian out of Shawnee, Kansas, defeating Lutheran Kansas City 31-19. Jasper over Macaulay Catholic 66-20. Jasper now 9-0 on the season. We'll come back with the boys' scores after this holiday message from St. Pius X girls volleyball, your Class 4 state champions. Back after this.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Lady Lancers of St. Pius Festus High School in Festus, Missouri.
The Class 4 state volleyball champions.
Wanting to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol
Reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up. It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Welcome back here to the morning update here on the Missouri Sports Network, presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, member FDIC, and understanding what really matters. On the boys' scoreboard from last night, it was McKinley Classical over Roosevelt 73-14. Mount Vernon defeats Forsyth 57-36. I apologize. These are girls' scores. So Mount Vernon over Forsyth 57-36. Excuse me. Got a little tongue-tied there. We were trying to make sure we had the girls' score still up. Northwestern over Lynn County 51-15. Notre Dame Cape over Chaffee 50-42. Oak Grove defeats Sweet Springs 69-20. It was East Newton over Pierce City 55-51. Plato defeats Maranatha Baptist 51-22. Benton over Platte County 60-57. Elsewhere on the girls' side, Sheldon defeats Purdy 41-31. Park Hill over Raytown South 66-34. Rockbridge defeats Smith Cotton 77-23. It was Houston over Seymour 36-33. Van Horn defeats Southeast 52-30. Fordland over Sparta 41-37. St. Vincent defeats Saxony Lutheran 58-28 in the First State Community Bank Classic at Cape. St. Francis Borgia in the People's Bank Classic in Sullivan, they defeat Steelville 50-14. Stockton over Pleasant Hope 47-27. Stover defeats Knob-Noster 59-39. Was Lockwood over Thomas Jefferson 45-7. Timberland defeats Fort Zumwalt East 62-45. Truman over Ruskin 62-31. And Cassville defeats Wheaton 53-22. Now we'll come back with the boys' scores after this message from the Kickapoo Lady Chiefs basketball team, wishing you a happy holidays.
Hello, Missouri.
We are the Lady Chiefs of Kickapoo High School in Springfield.
We want to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take the 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
And as always,
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network here on the Morning Update. Now we'll get into the boys' score from the 51st Annual Liberty Invitational Tournament, and Mountain View was Bakersfield over Lighthouse Christian 57-42. And in the 63rd Legends Bank Holiday Classic, it was Tipton over Bell 46-33. Higbee defeats Bevier 42-33. Brunswick over La Plata 66-28. And the Holiday Hoops Classic in Trenton. It was Central Kansas City over Plattsburgh 71-34. Columbia Independent defeats Lamont 49-36. It was Cuba Also in the Legends Bank Classic in Lynn, Cuba over Russellville 677-61. Lincoln College Prep over East Buchanan 60-58. Eminence defeats Neelyville 59-46. Grundy County over Macon County 53-37. Halfway defeats Fairplay 63-18. Caruthersville over Lake County 72-61. McDonald County defeats Lamar 65-53. Lexington over Lawson 43-41. Greenridge over Leeton 54-49. Leopold defeats Westwood Baptist 51-40. Winona over Lesterville 46-44. Macaulay Catholic over Jasper 59-33. New Covenant Academy over Everton 91-41. North Andrew defeats North Nottoway 57-28. Northwestern over Lynn County 43-31. Providence Senior Academy over St. Paul Lutheran out of Farmington 51-40. It was Rockhurst over Lee Summit North 73-48. Kansas City FL Schlegel defeats Ruskin 56-55. St. Francis Borgia over Owensville 62-33. Knobnoster defeats Stover 58-55. Oak Grove over Sweet Springs 81-44. Lockwood defeats Thomas Jefferson 59-54. Greenfield over Verona 60-30. California defeats Warsaw 47-46. Westran over South Shelby 48-43. Winnetonka defeats Central St. Joe 76-50. We're certainly glad you have tuned in here this morning for the morning update on the Missouri Sports Network. Coming up later today, we'll be replaying some interviews from January of this year on the Missouri Sports Network. I'll also be re-releasing some of our holiday wishes from our sports teams from across the state of Missouri. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025. Everybody have a great day. God bless. Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And presented, as always, by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Also presented by Lyona Labor's Local 663, Building, Missouri. And you're looking live at Rolla High School Gymnasium at the Lady Bulldogs and head coach Charlie Parker. Coach Parker, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Coach, tremendous season up to this point. You still got a week left in your regular season, but right now 21-2 overall. Talk about the Lady Bulldogs this year.
Yeah, we've had a nice year. Like you said, 21-2. We're undefeated in the conference right now. Still have 3 games left in the conference. We lost one in the Carthage tournament to El Dorado Springs earlier in the year by 6, and we had Corey Alcorn was out that game, still recovering from her ACL. We didn't get her back till December. We won our holiday tournament, beating a Good Grain Valley team. Went into the Rogersville tournament, won all 3 of our games there in the Rogersville tournament. Then we came out, went in the Herman tournament, and our other loss came in the Herman tournament with another starter out, Kayla Coughlin. And, we played Lutheran St. Charles, who was number 1 at the state at the time. We played them in the championship game and had that game actually tied with a minute to go with possession of the ball, and just some things didn't go our way. But it was a good learning experience for us. And, we played some good teams. This week's been really tough. We had West Plains Tuesday night, turned around again last night and had Glendale, who's 18-5. Both of them was 18-5 entering the week. And, we battled this week, and, our girls have stepped up to the challenge every night, and we've competed and showed a lot of grit this season. And, I'm proud of where we are right now.
Hey, you've won 6 in a row since Lutheran St. Charles tournament championship. What do you feel right now as a team you're doing really well?
Right now, I feel like that we're shooting the ball right now probably better than we have all season. I think the last 2 games that we've shot it from the three almost 50%. And we've hit 10 threes in the last 2 games, and we're shooting the ball really well right now. We're sharing the ball and working the ball from side to side. All these girls right now, I think is trusting in one another, and where one person might have an off night, somebody else is picking up the slack, and they're just overall from top to bottom, they're working well with each other and coming in every night ready to take on the next challenge.
Outstanding. Well, this is a Cheerleaders of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And on behalf of the Highway Patrol and Cheerleaders of the Ozarks, congratulations for being named Athletes of the Week, the Rolla Lady Bulldogs. Coach, you can start there next to you, kind of introduce the young lady sitting next to you, and we'll visit with her.
Okay. She may have to get her hair fixed first right here. But this first lady next to me right here in the blue, this is Willow Gideon. She's a senior for us. She's one of my captains, been a 4-year starter. She's committed next year to play at Washburn University. She's just a tremendous player, and it's Willow Gideon right here.
Willow, how are you today?
Good.
All right. Tell us first a little bit about your role and responsibilities on the team. What position do you play, and what do you feel like your role is?
I'm a shooting guard, and I feel like I just shoot the ball a lot.
Do you have a favorite spot on the floor? You don't have to tell me what it is, but do you have a favorite spot on the floor you enjoy shooting from?
The 3 from straight on.
Okay. Coming into this season, as you look at your schedule, did you have any personal or team goals maybe that you were looking forward to maybe attaining?
I want to win districts this year because we have lost in the championship every year I've been in high school, and I wanted to beat West Plains, and we did that. So,
as you look back, on your high school career, are there games that stand out to you that you'd like to maybe go play again? Maybe it was a big win. Maybe it was a game that got away from you that you feel like you should have won. Or maybe it was a game you had a great game. Are there games you look back on and say, man, I'd like to go do that again?
Yeah, I'd like to replay the district championship last year. And beating Kickapoo my freshman year was really fun also. So probably those two.
Outstanding. And you've made your decision for next year at Washburn University. And tell us a little bit about what went into that and why Washburn.
I felt really comfortable there. All the coaches were super inviting, and they want to keep me as a shooter, and I liked that. So,
very good. Any particular area of study that you're looking at?
Business or psychology? I don't know yet.
Well, if you get a business degree, you might as well get a psychology degree with it. Very good. Well, Willow, congratulations on behalf of Cheerleaders of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
You bet. And you get to introduce the lady sitting next to you.
Okay. This is Risa Martin. She's committed to play at Evangel next year for basketball, and she's been at Rolla for 3 years now. And she is our post. That's crazy.
Okay. Risa, thank you for being part of the show today.
Yes, of course.
Tell us a little bit about what you perceive your role and responsibility to be.
I would say this year I'm more of a post, which I'm like 5'8", so it's a little bit weird. But yeah, I run more of the post spot. Every once in a while I'll shoot. I normally, whenever there's a good person to guard, I have them, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Coming into this season, as you look at your schedule, did you make mental check marks by games that you were looking forward to playing? Maybe you know someone on the other team. Maybe it's a rivalry game. Were there games coming in that you really look forward to playing?
Yeah, I always look forward to Waynesville. I would say not supposed to be super close, but every year it's really close, so that's always fun. West Plains, definitely a good one. This is the first time I've ever beat them, so it was really fun. And Stratford is probably my favorite. Every year, that's just a great game. So
now you've made your decision with regards to next year going to Evangel. What went into that decision?
it's close to home. Morally, that's kind of what I like, and I love the coaches. The team was really welcoming, so it was just a really great school all around.
Well, Risa, on behalf of Chevy of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and you get to introduce the next young lady.
This is Corey. Corey's been here the last 2 years. She's committed to go to Grandview, and she's our point guard. She's also a senior. And yeah, thanks, Risa. You're welcome.
Corey, tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team.
I would say I'm definitely one of the team's hype men. I don't know. I mean, also I get a ton of assists like about every game. But I'd rather get a good assist than a good bucket. So that's something I go by. So yeah.
What do you do? Let's say you're playing tonight. What do you do to kind of get? Well, you actually are playing tonight. What are you doing during the day to kind of get prepared for the game?
I get so nervous, and then if we we're talking about it as a team, I'm always like, we're gonna lose, because it's just like my thing. Like I gotta say we're gonna lose, because then I will win. It's just like I don't know, But
So you have a superstition.
Yes.
So you're nervous.
I get really nervous. Yeah.
More nervous before a game or right now?
Before a game, but I'm pretty nervous right now.
Or you've made your decision to go to attend Grandview. Tell us a little bit about that. What went into that?
It's pretty far away from home, and it's in Iowa, so that's something I definitely wanted to get out of Missouri, just for a little bit. So, and the coaches were all super nice. They're one of the first schools that sat down and offered me and wanted me to come on the campus right away. So, and yeah.
Very good. Well, Corey, on behalf of Chevy of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being part of the Athletes of the Week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Corey, you get to introduce the next young lady.
Okay, this is Kayla Coughlin. She came this year as a transfer. She's also a point guard, shooting guard, 1/2 probably. Yeah.
Kayla, how are you?
I'm good.
You're a junior. Sorry.
And you're a senior?
No, I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team.
I help Corey out with point guard. I'd say I'm a shooter too, and I run the top of our defenses, most of them. So.
All right. Do you go into a game saying you're going to lose?
No.
That's just me.
Okay. All right. And where'd you transfer from?
Newburgh, small school.
Okay. I've actually been in Newburgh's gym. Tell us about how you get prepared for a game.
I don't really like to talk to people before games. I like to just sit there and mind my own business. I don't want to get unfocused.
Okay. Your screen is froze up, so we'll see if we can't keep this going. But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Kayla,
You got us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Kayla, can you introduce the young lady next to you?
Yeah, this is Riley Dodson. She's a freshman, so it's her first year.
Also a transfer.
Yeah, also a transfer. No.
She went to junior high. She came from our feeder school.
She's from Salem.
Yeah, but I was here in 8th grade.
Doesn't matter. You're a transfer.
All right, Kylie. How are you today?
Good.
I'm sorry, Riley. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team.
I'm usually run the 6th man, and I either try to help run point with them too, or just a shooter, or anywhere I get put.
What are you doing to kind of get prepared for a game? Being a freshman and getting some varsity time, what do you do to get prepared?
I mostly just try to stay focused, and I usually listen to music and try not to get car sick on the bus.
Okay, and you guys have got some long bus rides for a lot of your games going into Springfield. It's a couple hours, and so it's a long time on a bus. What coming into this season, were there games you were looking forward to? I know you're just a freshman, but what games were you looking forward to?
Probably Waynesville because it's always been a rivalry, even in 8th grade. And I knew they had like the number one in state, so I knew it'd be a fun game.
Very good. Well, Riley, congratulations on being part of the Athletes of the Week segment here. And if you can introduce the lady sitting behind or standing behind you.
This is Riley too, and she's a hard worker, and she's point guard almost, and she can play anywhere.
PG1.
But yeah, she's a junior.
All right.
And she's
right. Oh, go ahead.
She's a junior. I forgot it.
Okay. Riley, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Why don't you tell us what your roles and responsibilities are?
I'm more of just a role player. I kind of just fit in where needed. I guess I can play point guard, but it's not really my preferred position. I kind of am leading post, but yeah.
All right. What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Has your role changed from maybe your freshman year to your junior year?
Well, my freshman year, I didn't think I would have the opportunity to play point guard at any level. So I guess you could say that's changed. I've gotten better at shooting, and so that's also changed. Never thought I would be able to do that.
Were there games coming into this season you were looking forward to?
Always West Plains. I feel like that's always just a really big game that we always want to come out and play hard in. And the past couple of years have been a little rough, but we finally got them this year.
Outstanding. And again, we're
There'll
visiting.
be a lot of West Plains on there.
We don't like West Plains.
We actually looked. I looked on Misha's site the other day. Rolla is actually going into Tuesday night's game. We were two wins versus 16 losses against West Plains in our last 18 games against them. So, man, they've always had. Of course, I got to go Coach Womack. Coach Womack's a Hall of Famer. He's such a good coach, and they've always just had our number. So we always just one we kind of pencil in every year to really try to step up for.
Very good. And Riley, again, congratulations on behalf of Chevrolet dealers of the Ozarks and the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
Again, we're visiting here in Season 3, Episode 38 with the Rolla Lady Bulldogs basketball team and their head coach, Charlie Parker. And Riley, if you can introduce the young lady standing next to you.
So this is Bryceland Swafford, one of my fellow juniors. She's a really hard worker, very competitive player. She's a really good role player, can basically do anything. And yeah, that's
Show them the
Bryceland.
Swafford way.
Swafford, yeah. The Swafford way?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you know she's locked in. She shows you the Swafford way.
Yeah, the Swafford way. Oh, God.
Bryson, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am good. So tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team.
All right. My role is more the Swafford way. Basically, Swafford way means, I'm locked in, and we're going to run anywhere. We're going to drive to the basket, or we're going to step back and shoot a three, and hopefully it goes in. Airball, but kind of vary it. I love cheering on my teammates all the time. I think I'm maybe one of the loudest. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little tone deaf, so.
Right. All right. So the Swafford way.
Yeah.
Okay. When did that come about?
She was born, I think.
Well, I'm pretty sure this was at I think the St. James tournament.
Yeah.
And I said, put me in. Let me show you the Swafford way. I went in, shot a three, airballed it. Said, that's the Swafford way. But now the Swafford way has improved. We're not airballing as much. we get a couple good ones in here and there.
Very good. Well, in a Swafford way, introduce the young lady next to you.
All right. This is Mariah Watkins, one of my really good friends. She's a sophomore this year, and she's really hardworking, has really good defense. And, yeah, sometimes she can shoot.
Mariah, how are you today?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
I mainly do defense and point guard, and sometimes shoot.
All right. What has your role changed from your freshman year to your sophomore year?
No, not really. Sorry.
What do you do to get prepared for a game?
I'm really loud. I like to talk to Bryson
A lot.
And dance.
Listen to music too, and dance. I like
She
to
makes
dance.
a TikTok every day.
Yeah. All right, very good. Were there games coming into the season you were looking forward to?
West Plains.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'll probably just stop asking that question. Very good. Well, Bryson, introduce the lady next to you.
This is Riley Bales. She's a senior, and she committed to William Woods.
Okay. And I didn't get the first name.
Riley Bales.
It's another Riley. We're full of Rileys
There's
on
three
here.
Rileys.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, Riley, number 3. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am outstanding. So you're a senior.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are on the team.
I'm more of a role player, and I get to cheer on all of these girls standing next to me, so it's fun.
What do you do to get prepared for a game?
Listen to music, try and get a nap in there, but the bus rides are always a little bit too bumpy, so I try to relax a little bit.
And coming into the season, did you have any personal or team goals coming into the season?
Definitely win districts, as well as Willow said.
All right. Very good. Well, Riley, number 3, congratulations on being part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week, and introduce the young lady standing next to you.
Well, this is Brooke Bleckman. She's a junior, and she started, is it 2 years? 2 years she started? This year she started on varsity.
Brooke, how are you?
I'm good.
She's her other post at 5'7".
Okay. Tell us about that at 5'7". Kind of define your role and responsibilities as a post player.
Well, even though I'm on the shorter end, I like to go in and guard the big girl. And my role is more of going in and getting rebounds and fighting for the ball.
So do you enjoy the physicality of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get in foul trouble?
Yeah.
She actually only has once or twice this year. She's been pretty good, but she likes to get in and bang with them a little bit.
Except that one game you fouled 5 seconds in.
We don't talk about that.
Now, Brooke, tell us a little bit about what you do to get prepared for a game.
Well, I like to get that good nap in on the bus, and then I like to go and get a Celsius before the game and power up.
You say a selfie to power up?
A Celsius.
A Celsius.
Energy drink.
Oh, okay. My selfie. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Selfie too.
Same thing.
All right. Well, very good. Well, hey, congratulations to you as well for being part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week.
Thank you.
And Coach, you've got your hands full.
Oh yeah. Yep, I do. There's a little of everything on this squad here. So they've been fun though. We've had a fun year. They've came in every day with a great attitude and played really hard and just got after it, and they've been a fun group of. They're right up there towards the top of one of the funnest groups I've had the opportunity to coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we are.
Now you've got Class 5 district coming up. You get to see those teams. I mean, a lot of them are fairly close to you. Have you been able to play the Camden? Obviously, Camden team.
Camden and Jefferson City, we've played both of them, but we're familiar with Helias. They're in there. They're really good. Had a good year. Union, we're familiar with them, although we haven't played either one of those teams. These girls, some of these girls play AAU with a lot of those girls on Helias's team, and just a lot of knowledge about who they are and who they are as a player. But we're familiar with some of those teams in there, but the only teams out there that we played against is Jeff City and Camden.
All right. Well, outstanding. Well, Coach, I know you guys have got to get to a bus and head to Springfield to take on Central, but I greatly appreciate everybody being generous with their time today, and thanks for helping set it up, Coach.
Yes, thanks for having us on, Guy.
Bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Back after this.
Wait, are we waving?
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. We go north a little bit of the studio to Mexico High School, home of the Bulldogs, and head boys basketball coach Darren Pappas. Coach Pappas, thanks so much for visiting with us again.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
You bet, Coach. 17-2 on the season, off to a tremendous start. You're about 3/4 of the way through the season. Kind of tell us a little bit about the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we're playing really good basketball right now. We're averaging around 66 points a game and holding opponents to under 50 points a game. So, we really pride ourselves on our defense and having our defense generate some of our offense. And it's a test of these guys. They're putting in the work every single day and coming out and executing the game plan. We've had a really good start to the season so far, playing some very stiff competition from around the state. I'm just proud that it's paying off for these guys in this season as we move forward here.
Coming off of an 18-10 season a year ago, what did you kind of have to replace, due to graduation, and who are some of the guys kind of stepping into those roles?
Yeah, we had 3 seniors that graduated. Jordan Shelton, he's playing collegiately at John Wood Community College. And then we had Anthony Shivers, he's running track at Evangel. And Dante Kelly, he's in school, dentistry school, actually. So those 3 guys were our 3 seniors last year, and these guys had to step up and take some of those roles. Jaden Eldridge Jr. stepped into a starting position. Danye Nunley stepped into a starting position. He's a senior forward right behind me. And then PJ Perkins as well stepped into a forward position as well. So those guys have really stepped up and stepped up big and filled those voids so we can continue to get better every single day.
You got 17-2 on the season. You talked a little bit about your defense there. What are some things you feel like as a team you're doing really well right now?
I think we're putting pressure on the opponents and generating some turnovers, and then being able to capitalize off those turnovers. We've done a really good job. Coach Nunley's my defensive coach. He's done a good job of mixing it up, changing it up. Sometimes every possession, sometimes after timeouts. He just does a really good job, and he's really focused on the defensive end and trying to make things difficult for our opponents. And I think our pressure defense has really generated a lot of our offense. These guys, I can think back to the Eugene game. Eugene had us down, they're state ranked, and they had us down here at home, and we really had to crank up the defense, and the defense is what got us back into the ball game and pushed that overtime and got us the win in overtime. So, that's a test of these guys listening to us, following the game plan, and executing the scouting report for our opponent.
Now, you've won 6 in a row, and you've got the Mid-Missouri Invitational coming up. Tell us a little bit about that. I believe you take on Moberly and maybe McClure North.
Yeah, well, we got Moberly in a conference matchup on Friday night at Moberly High School, and then we go to the Mid-Mo Invitational on Saturday at Harrisburg again, and we play McClure North, Class 5 school out of St. Louis. Extremely talented, extremely athletic. It's going to definitely be a contest that we are definitely going to have to play really good basketball. We got to be able to handle their pressure. We got to be able to capitalize off turnovers, keep them off the boards as much as possible, and definitely try to contain some of their shooters. They do a good job of pushing the ball in transition and then executing in the half court. And so we got our work cut out for us. We play 3 games in 4 days, so we definitely are in a crunch time here in our season.
Again, visiting with the Mexico Bulldogs men's basketball team and head coach Darren Pappas. And Coach, kind of handicap your conference if you are in one. I know there's a lot of teams that aren't in a conference, but kind of talk about where you sit right there.
Yeah, we're in the North Central Conference. That includes Moberly, Marshall, Hannibal, Fulton, and Kirksville. And we're sitting at the top right now at 5-0. So we definitely, one of our goals this season is to try to win a conference championship. And so we still have a lot of road games, conference games. We only have one home conference game left, and the rest of them are on the road. So we're halfway through our conference season, and we got 5 more to go.
Coach, you've got some young men there sitting with you. You've probably gotten out of class, so we probably need to get to them as quick as we can. Start wherever you'd like and tell us a little bit about each individual player.
Yeah, we got senior guard DJ Long. He started for us for 2 years. He's been with us for 3 years. 1,000-point scorer, all district, all conference player. Has extremely talented skill set. A good defender. He's our PG, so we need him to be that floor general, and he's done a good job of that this season. And then we got senior forward Danye Nunley. He's played varsity for 3 years. Had a big part last year coming off the bench. This year he stepped into a starting role and has done a good job of playing defense. He leads us in charges. So he takes pride in taking charges and stuff like that. So, we need him to continue to produce. You got junior forward over here, PJ Perkins. Guy, he's a rebounding machine. He goes and gets it. Extremely talented, extremely athletic. He plays with a lot of energy, and we need that from him as we continue forward. And then we got junior guard over here, Jaden Eldridge, shooting the ball really well from the perimeter right now. This is his first year starting. He's played varsity since his freshman year. So these 4 guys, are 4 of our 5 starters and definitely integral part to our success this season.
All right, well, we'll start with the juniors here. First, Jaden Eldridge. Jaden, how are you, sir?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about what you perceive your roles and responsibilities on the team are.
Knock down open shots and just really play defense. Get after it.
Yeah. And you may have to speak just a little bit louder. I'm having trouble hearing you. But tell us a little bit about, has your role changed from maybe last year to this year?
Yeah, tremendously. I just step on the defensive side of the ball.
Very good. Very good. Were there games coming into this season that you were looking particularly forward to?
Yeah, playing Kirksville.
Kirksville, conference game?
Yeah.
Did you have any maybe team goals coming into this season? A team that finished 18-10 a year ago, what were their team goals coming into this year?
Yeah, to win a conference championship, district championship, and try to make it to the Final Four.
Very good. All right. Well, Jordan, hey, on behalf of Lone, the Labor's Local 663, congratulations being part of the Team of the Week.
Appreciate it.
And now, PJ, is it PJ Perkins?
Yeah, PJ Perkins.
PJ, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Tell us a little bit about what position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are.
I play forward, and my position, I really like to rebound and bring a lot of energy to the team, play defense, blocks, stuff like that.
Well, how do you get kind of prepared for a game? Let's say you have to be playing tonight. What are you kind of going through during the day, maybe mentally and physically, to kind of get prepared for a contest? Maybe it's watching film, maybe physically it's drinking a lot of water, getting rest. How do you get prepared?
Yeah, usually during game days, like when I'm in class, we have nothing to do. I'll watch some film on the team that we're playing, stuff like that.
Were there teams coming into this season that you look forward to matching up with?
I look forward in the Eugene game because we haven't played them, and they were ranked, so I thought it would be a good game.
That was an overtime win. Tell us a little bit about that game. I believe 82-79 or something in overtime. What was that like?
It was loud. It was a really good atmosphere. I didn't think I knew they were going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that tough. But, yeah, it was a good game.
Very good. All right. Well, PJ, hey, thanks so much for being part of the show today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then Danye, is that right? Danye up next. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Now, you're a senior, correct?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities on the team, Danye.
Bringing defense, taking charges, always guarding the biggest player on the team, stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, taking a charge, that's kind of an art.
Yeah.
Tell us where that comes from, and how long have you been working on that?
I've been doing it since like my freshman year. Just help the team out anyway, really.
What games are you looking forward to coming into this season?
Going to the Rolla tournament up in Rolla.
Very good. Now, if you could go back, to your freshman year, you had a time machine, and you could go back in that time machine and give that freshman Danye some advice based on what you know right now. If you could go back and give yourself some advice as an 8th grader or freshman, what advice would you give yourself?
Listen to Coach Pappas more.
Very good. There you go. All right. Now, being a senior also, and we're into your last semester of school, what plans, if any, do you have for next year?
I'm going to Lynn Tech, be an electrician.
Electrician. Okay. Is there a background in your family? Or is that something that you grew up with, or is that just something you've got interest in?
I got an interest in, yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, Danye, hey, congratulations, and thanks for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
And then our last senior, DJ Long. DJ, how are you?
I'm good.
All right. Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
Really, just to get everyone involved, make sure everyone gets shots. I'm a point guard, so I coach them to facilitate and make sure guys, get to their spots and land on the floor.
And what kind of preparation do you go through, on game day? Is there a lot of film watching? I mean, physical and mentally. What do you do to get prepared?
I watch a little film, then I like to eat before a game, and then I watch the games before us, the JV team, to see what they do, and then maybe translate to their varsity team.
What as you look back over your career, what kind of games that stand out to you? What are some games you'd like to go back and play again? Maybe it's a game that you had a great game. Maybe it's a game you felt like got away from you a little bit that you'd like to go try it again. Or maybe it's just a big win. And maybe the Eugene game this year. What games would you like to maybe go back and revisit?
I'd say last year in the district tournament against Kirksville, I didn't play very well, and I found out, so I feel like I let my team down last year. But this year, I feel like it'll be a lot better.
Very good. Well, DJ, congratulations, and thanks for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
And Coach, what are you doing to kind of get prepared here as you look towards this 4 games in 5 days, and then you've just got, I think, maybe 6 or 8 left before the district tournament?
Taking it one game at a time, trying to continue to prepare every single day. Whether that, right now it's getting our practice plans ready for our Moberly game on Friday. We have the scouting report done. So, just taking it one game at a time and trying to get these guys ready for those contests. They continue to listen and follow our lead. Good things happen, and that's what they've done so far for 19 games. And they've done a really good job of focusing on the details and trying to get better every single day. We continue to try to preach, playing as a cohesive unit on the floor, on both sides of the floor. And so we'll just continue to preach that, but only take it one game at a time. We don't want to look too far ahead. We don't want to look behind us. We want to continue to move forward and just try to get better every single day.
Now, for me, just looking ahead to that class for District 8, where will that be played?
That'll be played at Centralia High School, just down the road from us.
Okay, so not a long trip.
No.
Will you see everybody in that district by the time District C's roll around?
We will the only team that we will have not seen is Hallsville. We don't play them; they're not in our on our schedule. We've seen them though. We can see them this Saturday. They play in the same shootout that we're playing in before us. So we can see them. We haven't. We won't play them, but we will hopefully definitely get a good scout on them if we do happen to match up with them.
Very good, and probably the top 2 seeds there between you and Hallsville.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, gentlemen, and Coach Pappas, thank you so much for being part of it. Coach Pappas, thanks for setting this up. And guys, again, congratulations on behalf of Lyona Labor's Local 663 on being part of the Team of the Week.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all the coverage and everything you do.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com. Keep it right here, where everyone has a home field advantage. Back after this.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go. creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State campus, Hammonds Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hello, Missouri. We are Blair Oaks, the Class 3 state championship football team, wanting to wish everyone at the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays and to enjoy their time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and
be here for 2025.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Lady Chiefs of Kickapoo High School in Springfield.
We want to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network a happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take the 3 seconds to buckle up.
It is 3 seconds that could save your life.
Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025.
And as always,
go Chiefs!
The Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Coming to you live from the Bambino's Italian Cafe studio, and as always, presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Chevy dealers of the Ozarks, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, who reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. We go down to Southeast Missouri. We welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network Delta High School girls basketball coach, David Heeb. Coach Heeb, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Been a couple of years since we've visited on your route a couple of years ago to the Final Four, and in that case, you were playing the same opponent that you're going to play here in the quarterfinals with Walnut Grove, but 28-1 on the season. Kind of put a bow on this season for the listeners.
Well, we played a really tough schedule. We're in a very unique spot. Southeast Missouri, there are only 3 Class 1 girls teams in this whole entire part of the state. So for us to play, anybody, it's got to be a bigger school than us. But we've had so much success the last couple of years that we had a hard time finding local people that would play us. And so we've traveled to Kentucky. We've traveled to all different parts of Missouri. And we've played a really, really tough schedule. Our only loss was to a team over in Kentucky. They only have 1 class in Kentucky. There's no class 1, 2, or 3. They just all play for 1 state title. And this team was 35-3 last year and finished second in the state. They got beat in the state finals of Kentucky. They brought 4 starters back. 2 of them are going to Division I. Just an incredible team. And so that was our only loss, but we've got some good wins over Park Hill Central, Principia. We beat Portageville. We beat Saxony Lutheran, a lot of schools that are still in the playoffs in the bigger classes. And so I'm just really proud of my team. This is probably the most improved team I've ever had from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. Every kid on our roster has improved and contributed in some way.
You look at, last year obviously had some success as well. Last year, 25 wins. Kind of compare that team. What did you have to replace due to graduation? Who were some of the young ladies stepping into those roles from the team from a year ago?
Yeah, the group that made it to the Final Four 2 years ago, we lost to Platte Valley in the state finals, and we had 1 senior on that team. So we were coming into last year thinking, man, we're going to be really good. We've got everybody back but 1 kid, and we had a couple of younger kids that we knew were going to step in. And we had 1 senior on that team. So we were coming into last year thinking, man, we're going to be really good. We've got everybody back but 1 kid, and we had a couple of younger kids that we knew were going to step in. on top of the returners. Well, before the season started, we lost, one of our starters to a medical reason. She didn't play a game all year. In the middle of the season, our best defender had a terrible ankle sprain and missed a little bit of time. And then our leading scorer, Presley Hallweg, had the worst ankle sprain I've ever seen in my life. I've been, high school coach and teacher, administrator for 24 years. Her leg looked like a cadaver. It was purple up to her knee. I've never seen an ankle sprain that bad. We thought we lost her for the year. And this was a kid that was our leading scorer. And probably if we would have went on and won a state tournament, would have been the Class 1 player of the year. And so for us to lose 3 starters like we did, and then 2 of them did get to come back, they just weren't 100%. Just an incredible amount of perseverance. But that group last year just went through a lot of adversity, and the senior class that graduated, we ended up losing by 2 to Chadwick in the quarterfinal. That was just a great class for us because they were kind of the group that started this run that we've been on here at Delta. No star players in that group, but just a lot of really good high school basketball players, a lot of role players. And so we lost 3 of those seniors, and then we had 1 girl that transferred out that was a starter. And so we were replacing 4 kids with this group. And so it's really a unique team because we have Addie, Jaden, Presley are 3 guards that are back. Presley and Addison are seniors, have started all 4 years, all state players. And then Jade Berry is a junior who started since she's been in school. And Jade will probably graduate as the all-time leading scorer at Delta, all-time leader in assists, all-time leader in steals. I mean, she may go down as the best player to ever come out of Delta. And so we have these 3 great players, but the rest of the team has no experience. And so there's some talent there, but we're just replacing 2 years of kids that graduated that have so much experience. And so, again, for us to have the success that we've had, those 3 guards deserve a lot of credit. But the kids around them, how they have improved, has just been remarkable to watch.
Now you get ready here on Friday night. You're going to host a Walnut Grove team that is also familiar to the postseason. They've got a new coach now with Darren Archer has come in and taken over for Rory Henry. Rory still is involved with the school. He's superintendent there. He's kind of had to kind of step in here lately and kind of help out. But what do you know about the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers, and what are you going to have to do to come out on top?
Well, I know that when we played them 2 years ago in the Final Four, they started 3 freshmen, and those kids are juniors now. And I know that they've got a young group of kids to go with them, that they are high on over there at Walnut Grove, and they should be. I mean, those kids are going to be good players. And so, it's a battle. And, the thing about it this time of year, when you're playing this late in the postseason, everybody that was ready for their season to be over, everybody that, might have had a little bit of quit in them, they're already at home. The 8 teams that are left playing in Class 1, they all would like to punch that ticket and go to the Final Four next weekend. So there are going to be no easy games once you get to this point in the year. We blow a lot of teams out all year long. And, I was telling the girls yesterday in practice, those games are over. From here on out, you just got to go into every game and expect the other team to give you their best punch. And that's what we expect those girls to do. I mean, Walnut Grove's got a great tradition. They've got some proud fans, and we know there's going to be a lot of orange and black in here rooting those kids on Friday. And so we've got our hands full.
Yeah, you got one common opponent this year, and that's Chadwick. What do you take away from that game?
I don't think you can compare, anything about that game. Chadwick, first of all, is such a unique opponent because they play a very deliberate, very disciplined style. So they're going to play different against us than they would against Walnut Grove, and vice versa. Walnut Grove, doesn't play anything like we do. We press and we run and we're up tempo. Walnut Grove will push the tempo a little bit too, but they've got different personnel than we do. And so I don't think you can compare the score or anything about that game. I've watched that game on film. I think that they're going to prepare for us a different way, and we're going to prepare for them a different way. And, I don't think you can tell a whole lot about that game.
Again, we're visiting with Delta head girls basketball coach David Heeb, and on the eve, so to speak, of their quarterfinal game with Walnut Grove coming up Friday night. What time does that game tip off?
6 o'clock. The doors will open at 4:30, and I guarantee you this one will be sold out. Guarantee it.
7:30, 7:45 tomorrow night. You know, if I look up and I see that Delta defeated the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers, what are one or two stats that you're going to be able to point to, whether it's turnovers, free throws, whatever, fouls? What's one thing you're going to be able to point at and say, this is why we won this game, because we controlled this?
I think it's just, you get to this stage of the playoffs, it means that you have good players. And, I'm not going to outcoach Darren Archer. He's not going to outcoach me. If Rory's still sitting over there on the bench, as great as Rory is, and I know Rory well, he's a friend and he's a terrific coach. Nobody's outcoaching anybody this time of year. It's going to come down to the players. And we've got a handful of great players. They've got a couple of great players. And so it's going to come down to which side had their great players, their headliners, show up. That's going to be one part of it. And then the other part of it, Guy, you've watched a lot of basketball. You know how this works. There's always that unsung hero in one of these games. Which kid on either side, which one of the other kids made a big shot or made a big play or took a charge or whatever. And I think it's just going to come down to something that simple. If Addie, Jade, and Presley show up and they play the way that they're capable of playing, it's hard to beat us. And if our other kids all step up and contribute the way that they can contribute, with those three playing, it's almost impossible to beat us. And so, and I'm sure that they feel the same way about their team. So we got to figure out a way to slow down those two really good players they got, and we got to figure out a way to key in on the other ones and not let somebody jump up and surprise us.
You bet. Well, Coach Heave, as always, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time here on the Missouri Sports Network. And if you get an opportunity, you win, we'll get you back on next week. How's that
Yes,
sound?
sir. I appreciate everything you do for the kids and sports in Missouri, Guy. Thank you so much.
You bet. You're listening and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Hello, Missouri. We are the Lady Lancers of St. Pius Festus High School in Festus, Missouri.
The Class 4 state volleyball champions.
Wanting to wish everyone on the Missouri Sports Network happy holidays.
Enjoy your time with family and friends this holiday season.
And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds to buckle up. It is 3 seconds that could save your life. Be smart, be safe, and be here for 2025. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!